Now let's have a look at reported questions. In reported questions, the introductory verb we use is the verb asked. Before I show you some examples of reported questions, let me remind you that there are two types of questions that we need to study. We have WH questions and yes/no questions. WH questions are questions that start with a question word like what, where, when, etc. Yes/no questions are questions that require an answer with either yes or no. Now let's see these examples. Let's have a look at these examples. So the first example, when did the earthquake occur? He asked. So obviously this is a WH question because the question starts with the question word when. Now let's focus on the reported question. He asked when the earthquake had occurred. Now, as you can see in the reported question, right after the introductory verb asked, we use the question word when with which the question starts in the direct question. Let me also remind you that the tenses of the verbs change in the same way as in reported statements. So, for example, did occur, which is past simple, changes into had occurred, which is past perfect, in the reported question. So here is another example. Did you hear about the earthquake? He asked her. Now, in this case, we have to do with a yes/no question because this is the type of question that requires an answer with either yes or no. So, the reported question is, he asked her if or whether she had heard about the earthquake. So in this type of question, we use if or whether after the introductory verb, while the other parts of speech in the sentence change in the same way as they would change in a reported statement. So as you can see, for example, did here, which is past simple, changed into past perfect, had heard.